I'm Chris Cannon. I'm the husband of Margaret Cannon. Margaret has very recently just died, sadly. My wife had never been ill throughout her life, and in May 2016 she was very quickly diagnosed with having a neuroendocrine tumour. They are a centre of excellence in this disease, and they very much proved to be a real centre of excellence in the way that they treated Margaret. For the next 7 years, they looked after her at her side and made sure that she had a great quality of life. She first went in May 2016, and after a lot of tests, the wonderful team there said that Margaret could be operated on, and they got the leading surgeons that you have in the hospital to operate on her. That was a wonderful thing to see, the expertise and the level of intervention they could make from having been told there was nothing that could be done. At the local hospital here, Margaret was diagnosed with breast cancer. That was obviously a very difficult time, but the QEHB team were there by our side. They supported the local hospital here. I think the key point for me was that you can treat patients, you can keep them alive, but it's the quality of life that they have. She was given a wonderful quality of life. She could walk up to 3 miles a day until the last 6 months or so of her life. I think the best way to illustrate it is that we have 2 sons and 4 grandsons, and in 2016, when she was diagnosed and was told that she had no future, we had a little granddaughter called Margot after Margaret, and she has seen her blossom over the last 7 years, been able to take a full part in her life. And as Margot said the night before Margaret died, Grandma is one of the bravest people I know, and I'll never forget her smiles. And that's a wonderful legacy to leave behind. And when you treat people, I think it's enabling them to live a good quality of life as near normal as possible is a wonderful thing. The neuroendocrine team, the NET team at the QE, throughout that time gave her outstanding care. They were incredibly responsive to our needs. If we had any issues or any concerns, if we contacted them, they would always respond very, very quickly. At all times, they showed great compassion and empathy. You felt that they were interested in you as people. Margaret was humbled by the way that the neuroendocrine tumour nurses treated her as an individual. They were always interested in her life, how she was getting on, the family, ways that they could support her. And you felt that you were important to them. You weren't just a patient. You were somebody whose lives they very much were involved with. We used to think that we were going to see friends. And when you've got such a large hospital and there's such demands on all the staff, to think that somebody felt that you were going to visit friends who were there to support you through one of the most difficult times of your life, I think that's a wonderful accolade to give. Margaret considered the NET team to be her heroes. Without them, she wouldn't have had such wonderful experiences as she's had in the last 7 years. They said that they were honoured to look after Margaret, but I think Margaret would say it was a great honour to be supported by them, and what wonderful heroes they are to her and many people in this community, and especially with our family. So thank you very much to the neuroendocrine team at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. You are wonderful.